Comezi Entertainment.
He can't be bargained with. He can't be reasoned with. It's Sonic! The review! Oh my god! This is our opinion. Don't be pissed off if you don't like what we have to say about it. Alright, here we go.
Hi everybody, this is Mike.
This is Dylan.
We just got finished watching Sonic the Hedgehog.
Super fast! Was that too much?
That was too much. Too much. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, yeah. You completely broke me. You know that.
Also, Kenny, our good friend Kenny, will be doing a third review about this wicked movie, or not.
Wait, we got 3 people?
We got 3 people in this one. That's gonna be sweet. His a little bit later. This is about Sega and their main mascot character, Sonic. And the whole plot pretty much is Sonic is told that if he's ever in trouble, to use one of these rings, which he collects in the video game, to go to a new world or a new galaxy. And he loves Earth so much, he doesn't want to leave. But Eggman is like chasing him down and wants basically take his superpowers of speed or unlimited power, I guess, is...
Played by Jim Carrey.
Played by Jim Carrey, which, well, pretty awesome. Jim Carrey's a great actor. What did you think of this movie?
Honestly, I went into it expecting it to be terrible, and it was.
Oh.
The only redeeming quality of this movie was Jim Carrey was in it.
Okay.
It's been years since he's played in really anything noticeable, and this is a good refresher of his comedy.
Alright, alright. I'm going to have to agree with you. This movie is a stinker. It is lame, unfunny, boring, almost cringy at times. We weren't kidding when we told you that this movie was boring. Look at me and Mike sitting in the theater.
Why are you hiding out in my garage? They're coming for me! If they steal my power, they could conquer the universe. You have to help me. No, I don't. Please, it's life or death. Good morning, my rural chum, Mr. Dr. Robotnik. I'm going to give...
The whole theater was just dead silence. No laughter, no nothing, other than a couple of kids crying, probably because they had to be there watching it. I can't imagine this movie really making money. Okay, I'm gonna have to eat my words here a little bit, but apparently it did make money. Its budget was $81 million, and it made $265 million. I don't know who it's for.
It's gonna make money just because it's for kids. And
Is it
kids
for kids?
want to go see it.
There's bar fights. There's references of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
There's weird. I could have swore a couple of racist jokes.
Nope, there was.
You know, I don't know. This was kind of shocking.
So it was for more of the adult audience than the child audience, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, like we have guns everywhere. We have army people. We have people being sworn at. Basically, the lesson of the movie is when you treat people bad, you get what you want. When you act out and act like a child, you get what you want. Also in this movie, there's a cop who helps Sonic, but his character, I don't know, man. I felt he was very weak. He was unfunny. His relationship between him and his wife, girlfriend or whatever, lame. Just watching all that stuff was lame. She's such a bad actress. He's such a bad actor in this. You can tell this is like a movie just for the paycheck, and they don't have to give a crap about their acting. It was very cheap.
He pretty much plays Ted almost as Mark Wahlberg, where he's talking to literally air. It's a CGI thing, and he has to literally act.
Except Ted was extremely funny, and Mark Wahlberg was hilarious.
Yeah.
And this James guy, whatever, was just horrible and boring. Well, what did you think of the actual special effects?
The drones, they did look very well done. They looked like, some of them were even real, they looked like. And I really did enjoy that, and I felt that... Is this the direction where we're going for, like, World War III? Is this what's going to happen?
I thought the drones looked fake. I thought they looked weird. They are always different sizes at different moments, which I thought was unusual.
Yeah.
I thought the CGI was crappy. Even Sonic, the way he glows and looks, just looks too cartoonish for like the type of reality that he's in. Another thing I didn't like is that they use CGI for the most pointless shit. Like, for instance, when he has his bag of rings, he drops it, and they use CGI bag to hit the ground. Why not just take a real bag and just put some rings in there and hit the ground with it? Why does everything have to be CG? Like, you're so lazy now you can't film a bag going like this to hit the ground? It looks so horrible too. Yeah. It just looks so bad.
What they do with Sonic though, they got the model right. The only thing I didn't like is you could see the quills in the background, like in the back of him, and they're very noticeable. Like, they gleam a little bit. Like, oh, he's supposed to be a hedgehog. Why are you making these quills stand out more? Why aren't they just folded into his hair? Like, just why are you making it stand out? It just seems unrealistic. I think it's just because they rushed the development on this new Sonic, and then they're like, we'll leave it in. Well,
they have to redesign an entire new model, you know what I mean?
Which was not hard. Somebody on YouTube did it within less than a week for what editors did. Professionals
I have to see that, but that's interesting. I don't know. I that's kind of my point too. As I mentioned, I thought he looked too cartoonish and too unrealistic to be in the human world. But I agree with you, 100%.
Did you want the old version then?
I don't want any version. I just don't think this movie should exist. It just doesn't belong. If anything, the people should have went to Sonic's world. That would have been interesting. Why the fuck do I care about some character coming from his world here? We have 100 Alien movies already. I want to do it in his world. You know what I mean? But there is a savior to this movie, and his name is Jim Carrey. Basically just doing his old material from the 90s, acting like his goofy old self, and you can see he had fun in this movie. Yeah. What'd you think of Jim Carrey?
Honestly, like you said, he's saving grace of it, and like I just loved his old references, even the reference from Ace Ventura that I loved with him in his robot dance, and just it just made me want to go watch his old movies again.
Oh, me too. Sometimes I think he goes a little over the top, but this is a kid's movie, I guess for kids, I don't know, but I think his performance fits well in this movie. And honestly, I really thought he was a cool bad guy, and I liked his little kind of like, hey, if I'm in the sequel, this is what I plan on shaving the head and kind of like becoming like the robot version of himself. I thought that was really cool. I kind of wish that's how he was in the beginning. This movie gives you a lot of like precursor to what he was. He apparently works for like the science division, and he creates weapons, and that's, I don't know, I didn't know that. That's interesting to me. That's kind of a shock.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk. Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them!
Alright now everybody, if you were expecting Kenny to do a review, well he's not, so go fuck yourselves! No, I'm just kidding. Here's Kenny!
It's Kenny! Hey Mike, hey Dylan.
Oh, hey Kenny, what's up?
I'm glad you guys invited me here to talk about the Sonic movie. Well, I have to say, you know, I'm a Sonic fan, so I'm going to be very biased when I talk about this because that is my #1 favorite video game series of all time. So I'm going to probably nerd out over this because, you know, it's my inner fanboy talking. So anyway, I love this movie. The fact that they made it a buddy comedy, I mean, when I found that out, when I heard of the movie first, I was like, oh man, they're making it a buddy comedy? Why? But, you know, I warmed up to the idea. I'm really happy that they changed Sonic's look, because his original look, when Paramount originally, you know, made him, he looked very freaky, very scary, didn't look good at all. He looked like Sonic on meth or something. But, no, the way they redesigned him was great. Fits with the game perfectly, looks good. I have to give special praise to Jim Carrey, though, because, like, he did an excellent job. Now, when I heard he was going to be playing Dr. Eggman, I did have my doubts at first. I was like, really? Like, why not get somebody who already looks like Dr. Eggman, like Dennis Leary or something? But actually, he ended up being one of my favorite characters from that. I thought he did an excellent job as Eggman. He played that character to a freaking T, really? Man. Crazy. He just... And you could tell, like, you know, watching him, that he got into that character. That character, he became that fucking character, pretty much. One thing I should note is that the soundtrack, whilst I thought it was okay, was not all that memorable. I think, and this is just, you know, my own headcanon kind of going off, I think that they should have used some punk rock music. like something like Dead Kennedys or Bad Religion or hell, even Iggy Pop and the Stooges, you know?
Whoa,
something that was
crazy.
punk-inspired, because I think punk rock really goes with Sonic, but, you know, I mean, it wasn't bad, so, you know, just real forgettable music, in my opinion. I thought that the humor in there was actually pretty funny. And, you know, what's weird, my own headcanon was actually right. I figured that if Sonic the Hedgehog read comic books, then he would most definitely be a fan of The Flash, and lo and behold, in the film, he's actually reading Flash comics. So that's pretty damn cool, to know that my favorite video game character actually reads The Flash. So my own headcanon was right. What's my score? Well, my score is going to be a 9.5 out of 10. I know that sounds really high, guys, but, like, I seriously really like this film. And, you know, in my opinion, the people that really don't like this movie are not really fans of Sonic anyway, and the movie itself, in my opinion, was made for the fans, so that's why I give it a higher grade than most, you know. I thought it was a good movie, and if you are a Sonic fan, then you should definitely go see it, or wait until it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray and buy it. It's a good movie. You'll like it.
Oh, you're done, Kenny? Okay, great.
Alrighty. See you guys.
Thank you very much, Kenny, and have yourself a great day. Kenny, everybody, if you want to see more of him and his videos, check the description. I'll throw some videos down there, and he makes some cool stuff. His channel is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we should rate it.
Yeah, we
Okay.
should probably. I'm gonna rate it a 3.
Oh, okay.
The only redeeming quality, as I said, is just Jim Carrey. Everything else, like, I knew this coming into this. I was expecting this wasn't going to be a good movie, but it really blew away my expectations on how terrible it was.
All right. Okay. I'm going to give it a 3 as well. Because, I don't know, Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds was way more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing this, I don't even understand why it exists. It's a slow, crappy, cheap CGI. Most of the movie isn't funny, except for Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
He's hilarious in the film, but as usual, he gets maybe 15-20 minutes of film time, and the rest of it is just Sonic freaking out and jumping around, and I want to do everything, and I'm super fast, except when the plot doesn't allow him to be fast, and he does something stupid. But this is just a throwaway movie, and if this movie does make more than Birds of Prey, I would be shocked.
It probably will, honestly, because of...
Michael was right. Birds of Prey only made $188 million, where Sonic made $265 million. Mike was right. This movie made money. But did it deserve to? I check out other people's reviews and everyone says this movie's awesome and they love it and it's hilarious and it's great, and I don't get it. Are me and Mike just wrong? Are we not good reviewers? Nah, we're the fucking best. Everybody's a moron. Yeah. Sorry. Ah, fuck.
This is a child-friendly movie, and kids are going to be flocking to it.
Child-friendly or not, did you see any child look like he was even having fun? I think there's like 4 children crying in the movie. Like, so yeah, 3. All right. So, you know, don't go see it.
Yeah.
No matter what. And let the franchise die. Let Sega burn out. Because they never made Alpha Protocol 2.
Are you still upset about that?
Yes, man. Alpha Protocol 2 was awesome. When he does that little wiggle of the butt when he's, you know, crouched. That was amazing. It was realistic. Damn fucking stupid dicks.
Well, maybe they should make another one.
They should.
Or even remastered it.
No, apparently the reason they took it off the Xbox in the first place because of some music or some crap, and it didn't make enough money, so they won't make a sequel. That's why Bethesda made their super duper sci-fi game just recently, whatever the hell it's called. Everyone's loving, pretty much Fallout in space. Anyway, thank you for watching. You know, I'm Dylan. This is Mike. You know, top of line videos here, non-stop releases every fucking 12 months. Yeah.
Okay.
Top of the line. 2 boxes. Click one. You'll get a cool video from one of us.